The night was quiet. Too quiet for downtown L.A. A black van rolled to the curb. The headlights cut off. Doors opened. Four masked men stepped out. They didn't know each other's names. They only had code names. Mr. Black, Mr. Gray, Mr. Red, Mr. Blue. The plan was simple. Get in. Get the diamonds. Get out. Inside the van, their boss's voice echoed in their heads. Clean job. No blood. No mistakes. 15 minutes and you're ghosts. Mr. Black checked his watch. Time's ticking. Let's move. They kicked the door of the jewelry store open. Glass shattered. The alarm screamed into the night. But they didn't care. They smashed display cases, filling bags with glittering stones. Then, the sound that froze every bone in the room. Sirens. Fast. Close. Mr. Gray muttered. No way they got here this quick. Mr. Red barked. Grab what you can. Blue looked out the window. They're already here. Red and Black raised their guns. The first police car screeched to a stop. Officers jumped out. Shouts filled the street. Hands up! Drop the weapons! Instead, the night exploded. Gunfire. Sparks. Broken glass. The jewelry store turned into a war zone. Mr. Blue screamed as a bullet tore through his shoulder. Gray cursed and fired back, his hand shaking. Black grabbed the bag of diamonds and shouted, Move! Back exit. Now! But when they reached the alley, another squad car cut them off. Flashing lights. Guns aimed straight at them. Red's eyes went wide. This is a setup. Someone tipped them off. The sound of police ordering them down filled the night. Black raised his gun anyway, and in that instant, everything fell apart. Bullets ripped through the alley. The air filled with smoke, sparks, and screams. Mr. Red dropped behind a dumpster, firing blindly. Cover me. I'm not dying here. Mr. Black dragged Blue, blood pouring from his shoulder. Stay with me, man. Don't close your eyes. Gray pressed against the wall, breathing fast, heart pounding. This isn't random. Cops don't move this fast. Another siren. Another squad car. They were surrounded. Red cursed. Somebody in this crew is a rat. I swear it. Black snapped back. Shut up and shoot, or we're all dead. The alley lit up again. More gunfire. Cop went down. Another screamed for backup. The criminals broke through the line, sprinting into the shadows. Blue stumbled, almost collapsing. Black held him up. We get to the base. That's the only chance we got. They slipped through side streets, bleeding, limping, clutching the bag of diamonds like it was cursed. By the time they reached the abandoned warehouse, the city had gone quiet again. The heavy door slammed shut. Inside, only the hum of broken lights. Red threw his mask across the floor. His face was twisted with rage. Don't you see it? They knew the time, the place, everything. Somebody fed them. Gray's eyes narrowed. His gun trembled in his hand. You saying it was one of us? The room turned cold. Every man looked at the other. No trust. No friendship. Just suspicion. Black dropped the bag of diamonds on the table with a heavy thud. Doesn't matter who. We find out. But first we patch him up. Blue groaned, clutching his wound. Blood smeared his fingers. I can't feel my arm. The silence was broken only by his breathing. Until Red leaned forward, voice low, sharp as a blade. I'm telling you right now, someone here is a cop, and I'll find out who. The sound of his gun cocking echoed through the warehouse. The warehouse was heavy with silence. The kind that twists in your gut and makes you sweat. Mr. Red paced back and forth, gun in hand. Somebody here sold us out. I can smell it. Mr. Black slammed his fist on the table. Enough with the paranoia. We barely made it out alive. Focus. Blue groaned from the corner, his shirt soaked in blood. Forget focus. I'm dying here. Gray ripped a dirty cloth, pressing it against Blue's wound. Hold still. You'll make it. But his hands were shaking. His eyes darted between the others, like he wasn't sure if he wanted Blue to live or die. Red caught the look. What's with you, Gray? You've been nervous since the start. Maybe you know more than you're saying. Gray's face went pale. That's crazy. I'm here the same as you. Black stepped between them, his voice low, controlled. We're not shooting each other. Not yet. The bag of diamonds glimmered under the flickering light. A fortune sitting in front of them, poisoned with suspicion. Suddenly, a phone buzzed. Everyone froze. It wasn't theirs. Came from Blue's jacket. Red snatched it up, checked the screen. His eyes narrowed. No name, just a number, and it keeps calling. The buzzing echoed like a death sentence. Red raised the phone, staring at Blue with fire in his eyes. You want to tell us why a cop would be calling you right now? Blue coughed, shaking his head weakly. I don't know what you're talking about. Black's jaw clenched. His hand moved toward his gun. The tension snapped like a wire pulled too tight, because at that exact moment, a loud knock echoed through the warehouse door. 3 slow bangs, and a voice. Calm, cold. Open up. We need to talk. The 3 knocks echoed through the warehouse like thunder. No one moved. No one breathed. Mr. Red raised his gun at the door. Who the hell knows we're here? Mr. Gray whispered, panicked. No one. No one was supposed to know. The voice came again. Calm, steady, almost mocking. Open up, or I come in my own way. Blue groaned from the corner. Don't let him in. Red snapped at him. Shut up. You know who it is? Blue's lips trembled. He said nothing. Black's eyes darted to the others. We can't stay quiet. Whoever's out there already knows. The knocks turned into pounding. The metal door rattled on its hinges. Finally, Black shouted, Who are you? Silence. Then the voice, low and sharp. Someone who knows one of you isn't what he says. Gray's face went pale. Red's grip on the gun tightened. Without warning, the door burst open. A tall man stepped inside. Black trench coat, gloves, his face half hidden in shadow. But his voice carried like a knife. You've got a rat in this room, and if you don't deal with him, the cops will be here in 10 minutes. The 4 men froze. Red aimed his gun at the stranger. And why the hell should we believe you? The man smirked. Because I'm the one who hired you, and I don't tolerate betrayal. The flickering light revealed his face, the boss himself, and in his cold eyes was something none of them expected. Recognition, like he already knew exactly which one of them was the traitor. The boss stepped closer. His shoes echoed on the concrete floor. The crew tensed like cornered animals. Mr. Red barked, gun aimed steady. You set us up. You sent us straight into a trap. The boss didn't flinch. His voice was ice. If I wanted you dead, you'd already be in body bags. Gray swallowed hard, sweat dripping down his temple. Then explain why the cops were waiting for us. The boss's eyes swept across the room, one by one, until they landed on Blue, bleeding in the corner. I gave this job to 4 ghosts, but one of you isn't a ghost. Blue coughed, weak but desperate. You think it's me? I almost died out there. Red sneered. Yeah, a little too perfectly. Shoulder wound. Non-lethal. The kind of injury a cop fakes. The boss bent down, staring into Blue's face. You've been making calls. From your jacket. To a number that doesn't belong to this crew. Blue's breathing quickened. That's not what you think. But Red snapped, storming forward. His gun pressed to Blue's head. One squeeze, and we're safe again. Gray's voice cracked. Wait, what if he's telling the truth? What if it's not him? The boss straightened, his expression unreadable. Then it's one of you. The warehouse went silent. The kind of silence that makes every heartbeat sound like a gunshot. Black finally spoke, low and grim. Then we find out the hard way. And he racked his gun. The sound of Black's gun racking echoed like a death bell. No one spoke. No one even blinked. Mr. Red's finger trembled on the trigger, still aimed at Blue. Say the word, boss. I'll put him down right now. But the boss didn't answer. He only watched. Cold. Calculating. Gray's voice broke the silence. This is insane. We're tearing each other apart, and the cops are probably already on their way. Red snapped at him. Shut your mouth. You're sweating like a liar. Maybe it's you. Gray's hands shot up, panicked. Me? I didn't make any calls. I didn't. Bang. A gunshot shattered the air. A bullet whizzed past Gray's head, splintering the wall behind him. It was Red who fired, just an inch off. Gray froze, shaking. You're crazy. Black slammed Red against the wall, snarling. You pull that trigger again, and I'll drop you myself. The diamonds on the table glittered in the flickering light. Blood, sweat, rage. The fortune meant nothing now. Survival was all that mattered. The boss finally stepped forward, his voice low. There's only one way to prove loyalty. He pulled a gun from his coat, placed it on the table. One of you bleeds tonight, or I walk out, and let the cops finish the rest. The crew stared at the gun, at each other, at the diamonds they might never spend. Blue groaned, whispering weakly, This is a death trap. And then, faint in the distance, sirens. Growing louder, the sirens wailed closer. Every second was a countdown to the end. Mr. Red grabbed the gun off the table. No more waiting. We end this right now. Gray stumbled back, hands raised. Don't. If we start shooting each other, we're finished. The boss's eyes narrowed. Calm. You were finished the moment the alarms went off. Blue groaned, trying to push himself up against the wall. His face was pale, lips trembling. Listen to me. It wasn't me. I swear. It wasn't. But Red pressed the gun to his head again, finger tight on the trigger. You had the phone. You took the bullet that wouldn't kill. You're the rat. Black shoved Red aside. You're so eager to kill him, maybe you're covering your own tracks. Red's eyes burned with fury. You accusing me? The two men locked eyes, gun barrels aimed at each other, breathing like wild animals ready to tear each other apart. Gray's voice cracked. Stop. They'll hear us. We need to get out before. Bang. A gunshot. The sound thundered through the warehouse. Everyone froze. Gray gasped, clutching his stomach. Blood poured through his fingers. His knees buckled. He collapsed to the floor. His voice was faint, trembling. I'm sorry. The boss stepped closer, staring down at him. What did you do? Gray's eyes flickered. His lips moved slowly. I called them. His head slumped to the side. The warehouse went silent. Outside, the sirens were now deafening. The boss turned toward the others, his face unreadable. Now we run. But Red's gun was still raised. His eyes locked on the boss. And what if you planned this from the start? The sirens were right outside now. Flashing lights cut through the cracks in the warehouse walls. Mr. Red kept his gun aimed at the boss. His hands shook with rage. You led us into this. Gray was your rat. You wanted us to tear each other apart. The boss didn't blink. His voice was steady, cold. Gray was weak. He broke under pressure. That's on him, not me. Black grabbed the diamonds off the table, his voice a growl. Forget this. We're leaving. Now. But Red didn't move. His finger curled tighter on the trigger. No. We finish this. I don't trust him. I don't trust anyone. Blue coughed from the corner, blood staining the floor. If we don't leave, we're all dead men. The pounding at the warehouse door grew louder. Shouts of armed police echoed outside. Come out with your hands up. This is your final warning. Black's eyes darted between the door, the diamonds, and Red's gun. We've got seconds. Choose, run or die here. For a heartbeat, everything froze. The boss's calm eyes, Red's trembling aim, Blue's fading breath. The diamonds clutched in Black's hands. Then the door exploded inward. Floodlights blinded the room. Dozens of rifles aimed straight at them. Chaos erupted. Gunfire, smoke, screams. When the dust settled, only silence remained. The diamonds lay scattered across the concrete, glittering under flashing red and blue lights. Beside them, blood. And no one knew for sure who had betrayed who. The heist was over. But the truth died with them.